Okay, folks.
Y'all be careful.
See y'all.
Bye.
Here we go. Leaving the driveway. I just hope we don't hit as many bumps as we did yesterday. We'll see. But ain't it beautiful outside? I mean, it is nice outside. So nice. And I know it looks like I'm flying in this car, but I am actually not. So there are some bumps. We are headed to finish out a yard that we worked on yesterday on Allen Avenue, and it won't take us long to get it done. It's still beautiful up here. We haven't had a lot of leaves to fall. They will start falling here before long, and we'll be covered up with wonderful. We've got some great neighbors. I mean, this neighborhood, Hester Heights, has been established for a lot of years, and this neighborhood is a great place to live. When we first moved up here, the road was actually gravel, and they eventually paved it around there by our house. There's that beautiful view again. You can see it. Isn't that pretty? I'm going pretty downhill right here. That's pretty steep. We're lowering than our elevation right there. That's a beautiful house right there too. Rough spot right there in the road. I'm glad to have you along here with me, and I enjoy your company. Scott is already headed over there. He's going to go ahead and get started on the mowing. This is hopefully maybe the last time that I have to do any rigging on this camera. I'm looking for one of these mounts that actually mounts on the rear view mirror, and that might make it a little easier on me. Right now, I've just got it rigged up. It's standing on my selfie stick. I've got it extended up and kind of held into place, but it does make it a little bit harder on me to try to keep it steady. Love this city. I don't know how many people we've got in Russellville now. If I was going to guess, I'd say somewhere around 12,000, something like that. We are going down the 4 lane. I think I might just say, let me get that window up. That'll help with wind noise a little bit. This Explorer's a 98. Had it several years now, and it's starting to show a few signs of being an older vehicle. One of the things that you deal with in an older vehicle is wind noise, and I've tried a couple different things to slow down the wind noise a little bit on the rubber, on the window, on the doors and the windows and stuff like that. But it's hard to get rid of it. Doors get out of adjustment. You've opened and closed them so many times. Speed limits are funny here. Right here where we're at right now is 55. And I'm gonna tell you something, folks. If the speed limit was 75, I do believe that people would be doing 80. I just can't understand people nowadays. No matter what they posted, they've got to go faster than what is posted. There's where we go to church right there, Calvary Baptist Church. That's the corner of LaGrange and 43. Kathy and I were married in that church in 1973. And I don't know if you noticed it there on the front of the old part of the church is where we came out after we were married, got into our car and went on our one-night honeymoon. It was had a bunch sitting out there waiting on us, and they'd put sardines on the motor. I thought that was sweet of them, kind of them, and, you know, colored it up and everything on the car. Had a 72 Chevy Nova back then. All right, we reduced to 45 right here, and very few people in this city. Now, I noticed the guy in front of me right now, he's slowing down, which is good. Very few people will pay attention to that speed limit right there, the reduction. There's another sign that tells you it's 45. But this is a wonderful city. I know I complain and gripe like Kathy says I do. We've got used to have Walmart right there on the right, Harbor Freight, and several other stores there now. Of course, we got a Burger King that does, I like to eat there every once in a while. Artistic Jewelry, Alabama Gun and Pawn. There's First Metro Bank there on your right. Family Pharmacy here is on this corner right here, and that's where we do our buy our pharmaceuticals. And I'm going to tell you folks, you cannot beat them. They've got a drive-up window. I very rarely go inside. They've got a drive-up window that makes it very convenient to refill your prescriptions right there. On the right here is our hospital, Russellville Hospital. I've been in that hospital a couple times over my lifetime, and although it's a small hospital, it's a local hospital, it's a wonderful hospital. It really is. They do a good job. They're not able to do a lot of what some of the bigger hospitals can do, but it's a good hospital to have for non-life-threatening emergencies, I guess you could say. Gave them a signal, turning right here. We're gonna go down an old road here in Russellville, and I've got special reasons for it. There's another part of the hospital right there, and we come up on, this used to be Concord Baptist Church right here, and I think Hispanics have it now, but it's kind of special to me over the years. Right here I'm coming up on what we call the Mill Village, and I've noticed that several cities in Alabama call themselves that. Right there on the right was where my grandma lived when she was alive. 604 Gandy Street. On the left here we have some professional buildings. Several different outfits occupy those. That's where the mill was that went along with the Mill Village back so many years ago. All right, we're going to take, this is kind of an older part of town right here. I'm going to take you through. We're going to turn right. We're going to turn left right here. This is on Sockle Avenue. Have a little building supply company here, a small one, that got a few building supplies and got a store here on your left. Crossing an old set of railroad tracks here that haven't been used. In fact, I can't remember the last time that a train came through here. They've been unused for several years, and that was there for the Mill Village, I'm sure, or for the mill, I'm sorry, not for the village. Street department there on your left. They got the or part of the street department, I'd say, a lot of their storage stuff. Little lady that lived there on the right on that house several years ago, she's been passed for a few years. Came up on her one time and she was showing me her little graves of her pets in her backyard. She had a bunch of them. I thought, well, that's just touching right there. Eastside Church of Christ used to be right there. They have since moved, and now it's out on 243 now. And Hispanics have this church. I'm glad to see somebody occupying that. Parsonage was right next door. On the right is our Franklin County Archives. Folks, a lot of people gonna recognize that because we have people come from this state and several states that are close to us to study about genealogy. It is just amazing how well supplied that is across the railroad tracks here. Used to have our bus barn right there. They've moved it over here close to the high school now. We're coming up on the back side. That's the Franklin County Board of Education right there on your right. That corner right there on the right, now whether this is true or not, corner right there on your right, that lot, I don't know where it on the lot, But it's been told to me that that was the last place that someone was hung in Franklin County. Now, if I have anybody that's listening or watching this video and you know anything different, let me know. I'd love to hear it. All right, we're getting real close to downtown right here. In fact, this is Main Street. We've got a stop sign right here with no lights. And we're going to stop, of course, and wait till it's clear and look very carefully before we cross. Professional building there on your right. A lot of lawyers, different people occupy that, different businesses. We're on Limestone Street now. I've got a stop sign here, and now it's clear. Well, it's going to show you that little place up here on your left as we come up on it. Scott and I used to mow a customer up here. She has since passed, and miss her dearly. If you can see that grown-up lot there on your left, we mowed that right there, right here on your left. We mowed that back lot, and then we mowed the house here on the corner. And I don't know who lives there now, but we hadn't mowed it in at least over a year, I guess. And I miss mowing that. That was when I had my little heart incident, was in that backyard, using a push mower. Couldn't get a, I've got it in other videos, couldn't get the Pro Stance back there because of the gates. They were too small. One of our schools used to be here on the right. They've since torn it down. And we're headed up here, and you might remember this road from yesterday. This is Waterloo Road. Got to be real careful right here. We got a little hill to the right, and that makes it a little bit difficult to see. So we're going to look very closely, and we're going to ease across here. Got a guy up here walking with a walking stick. He'd probably getting him some exercise. He got off the road for me though. Excuse me, I'm about to get up to a road here passing Tyler Avenue right there. About to get up to where I was at yesterday. You know, when we come up through here, we're just coming in from a slightly different way. Oh, some of these bumps in the road are just amazing. This is called Dillard Holler right here. This area right here. I forget who his name, but of course it was a Dillard, but I can't remember the exact name of the guy. You remember this church from yesterday, West Highland Baptist Church. I talked about it a little bit yesterday about how Lloyd Griffiths is the pastor, and I want to see this church do well. I really do. I mentioned it yesterday in my video. Okay, we're going to turn to the exact same place we turned yesterday. And this road is a little bit rough. It's a little cut-through road. It's going to cut us over to Adams Street. I love that sign right there, if you can see it. Please drive slowly. We love our children. Yes, we do. If it's one thing that I think that we could do better as adults and young people that are able to drive, that have their license, I think that we need to be more observant about our driving and be careful. Watch out for our children. They're precious to us. They're gifts from God. Okay, this nice little area right here. We're on the back side of part of the cemetery for Russell. Well, one of the cemeteries. We have several here in the city, but one of the cemeteries, and it's right here on the left, behind these houses on the left. I don't know, you can see a little bit of the headstones right there when I pull through there. Well, these people got some stuff sitting out here that might make somebody some good kindling or some good furniture if they were willing to put the time in to redo it. Okay, we're coming up on Adams Street. I know you remember this from yesterday. If you happen to watch that video. Okay, stop sign, and we got it clear. That's Westside Housing Project again on Allen Avenue. Allen Avenue is kind of a cut up road. It was always a little bit difficult for me when I worked for the city because it has different areas of it, and you got to watch your numbers. Scott's already up here mowing. I can see his truck sitting up here. We're gonna hit a few bumps here. Please excuse me for that. Those people, I always notice them when I come by. They got their lights on. It's some kind of a floodlight on the front porch, and it looks like it's one of those that lights up pretty good. But they leave it on in the daytime. I try not to do that. It seemed to me like it's wasting electricity. There's where my grandma lived. You remember me talking about that yesterday at West Side in that apartment. Okay, here's our second customer that we mowed a little bit on yesterday. You remember that. You can see Scott. Boy, he's tearing it up over here. It's just not going to take long to do this right here. I think I'm getting a little bit close. I'm going to back up a little bit. But I hope you enjoyed that video. Like I said, I'm gonna get one of those mounts that goes on the rear view mirror because I enjoy doing this. I mean, I really do. I enjoy talking with you and showing you the city. I've got a lot of information about this city. But let me get this finished up. We'll make some more as the day progresses. This is a sweet little lady right here that we think very highly of. God bless y'all. Have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe now. Bye-bye.